my paintings up and pretend that this is the first time I'm seeing them like in a museum, you know? And the reason that these are so good, or the reason that I like them, if I'm imagining that I just see them in a museum, is that it looks like the person who made them was like completely free and was in the spirit of confidence. And this is actually, I think this is the silly thing that works for everything. It's all about confidence. Everything is kind of about confidence. Like, if you want to be good at soccer, I played soccer. If you want to be good at soccer, the key that people don't tell you is that you have to try things that display how confident you are. Like, you have to try to dribble past somebody. If you never try to dribble past somebody, you're telling yourself and everybody else that you're not confident enough to do that, and so they're not going to think that you're that good. Because why wouldn't they try? If they're really not trying, then they're not a confident player, which means they're not a good player. It's the same thing with painting. All of these lines, these crazy different lines that are flying around the canvas. Now, if it was a bad painting, if it didn't really come together, if it didn't really look engaging, then it would just be a bad painting. But the fact that it's engaging and there are these different things happening that show that the painter was wild and free means that it is displaying confidence. It's like if you were watching a soccer game and somebody just tried to dribble past everybody every couple times they got the ball. And a lot of the times it worked. You'd be like, okay, that's a good player. Why? Because their confidence paid off. When confidence pays off, that is when the magic happens. When I made this one this week, and you may like this one a lot, I think it's okay, but I gained a greater appreciation for these. Because in these, I was in that same state of confidence. But the fact that I can just put those blue lines over that orange and just be like, this will be good enough. Or just anything. If you look at any point here, there's risk involved. There's like, I could ruin it. You know, I could ruin it if I did this. There's a kind of playfulness. There's a lot of these like, what is this big green thing? That was a huge risk to just put it there. But the thing is, it's not a risk if you're in a state of confidence. It's just play. You're in a state of play. Same thing with this one. This one is just wild and the kind of thing where you can't really plan for this to happen. And that's the amazing thing. And I have a video of me making both of these because I made them during my class and it's on Zoom. So I have the whole video recording of me making this. But it's just the kind of thing that was built up with confidence, with a flow, with fun. It was playful. This one to me, and again, you may like this and I appreciate that, but I think this is a little more rigid. But the best thing is when this happens. Okay, so the lighting is not great in here right now, but this is the painting where confidence shows you a way forward. But this painting is when confidence meets vision and it creates, you know, the best painting. Like, to me, this is a moment where somebody who is very confident, like if I saw this in a museum, I would see this as somebody who is very confident with what they're doing, had something that worked, and they ran with it. See, but now the business is, do it again. Do it again. Do it again, artist. You can't just try to make your great paintings again. The great paintings are great because you weren't trying to do anything. You were just having fun, and you were just getting into the flow. It was able to be bad. And that's what I've noticed every single time. Look, this is the painting I made before I made the good ones. This one, purposefully allowed to be ugly. I actually don't hate it. And somebody said it's almost so weird or so ugly or strange that it could be like one of my highlight pieces. Because I think sometimes with art, it's like, if you do something that's so ugly or so different, then it's almost like, well, nobody else could have made it but me. You know, and that's a special thing within itself. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this. I don't care. I have already relegated it to like being horrible. But the thing is, I was making work that was starting to feel kind of boring. Then I made this, and then directly after I made that. So that, allowing myself to do that, is the spirit that allowed me to do that. And as I'm now, like, in this week, that one that I showed you over there is the only one that I've done this week successfully. But apart from that, and I don't really even love that. But apart from that, I haven't been able to get back into the flow because I think I'm not allowing myself to be bad anymore. I'm like, oh great, I'm back in the flow of good work. And now I have this pressure to continue. And I know I've just spoken about that here in, yesterday's video or whatever, but it's true. I don't know. I mean, I'm just documenting my reality. I wish I wasn't still talking about it today, but I feel like we get in these kind of patterns, habits. Sometimes winning is a habit, making good paintings is a habit, and then sometimes failing becomes a habit for a few days or even weeks. And I know that this is relatable, so that's why I'm trying to explain it. And it's like, it's crazy because when it used to happen, I didn't really care. But now that I've been selling my work on my own accord through my social media, growing my career for the last 6 to 9 months. And so now it's like, there's an added pressure of this work could sell and this work should sell. And so if I'm not producing work, I'm like, I feel that added pressure as well that I didn't feel before. Just filthy. Just leaving it in complete disarray for tomorrow. Alright, I gotta answer messages. My next class is coming up next Tuesday. I need to make my social media course for all of these people who are asking me. I think I have 60 people who have reached out interested in it. It's artists who want to build their life around their art. They want to have a sustainable life where they're making money with their art, and there's so many ways to put it, but the way that the world looks now, it's possible in a new way. It's possible with social media. You can do whatever you want on social media. You can make it happen. And I am in the process of making it happen. I have done my initial goal. I'm in the dream life that I envisioned 2 years ago.